I have seen several romantic films, even if they're in comedy form or drama form. And there's this one film that I have seen several times, but, well, it got hated on. And that would be At First Sight with Val Kilmer and Mira Sorvino. But is this film really that bad after 25 years since it was released today? Or can I put some sight in these people's eyes by giving them this one some good old fashioned Big D justice? Find out in my review of this film right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1999 romantic drama flick At First Sight, released by MGM, directed by Irwin Winkler, who, of course, was best known as the director of some various films. He had recently done The Net before this, but has done others. As I can see, he was the producer for the Rocky franchise long ago. Cool. Thought the name sounded familiar. Anyway, the film stars Val Kilmer along with Mira Sorvino, based on the essay "To See and Not See," a neurologist Oliver Sacks' 1995 book, An Anthropologist on Mars, and inspired by the true life story of Cheryl Jennings. The film was written by Steve Levitt, and the film was released on this day today, January 15th, 1999. Henceforth, today's the film's 25th anniversary. Now then, since this film didn't quite do so well, I'm going to try and make this a semi-spoiler review, giving you only half the story. I've decided I'm not going to give the whole story away. Anyway, Amy Bennick takes a vacation at a spa outside New York City. Virgil Adamson is a masseur at the spa and gives Amy a massage. Amy inexplicably cries and Virgil comforts her. While complimenting Virgil on the massage, Amy realizes that Virgil is blind. Well, he asks her out, and the two eventually begin a relationship. Virgil lives alone, though his overprotective sister Jeannie lives next door and takes care of him. Virgil reveals that he went blind when he was 3, and that the last thing he saw was something fluffy. When researching Virgil's condition, Amy learns of Dr. Charles Aaron, a specialist in eye treatment, who suggests to Virgil that with surgery he could restore his sight. He angrily refuses, Virgil does. Jenny reveals that their father left the family after putting Virgil through several kinds of treatments in order to restore his sight. Well, Virgil eventually decides he will give the operation a try. It is a success, but after Virgil regains sight, he becomes confused and disoriented, unable to perceive light and distance. Dr. Aaron suggests that he should visit Phil Webster, a visual physiotherapist. Webster in turn suggests that Virgil needs to learn everything from scratch himself through experience. So apparently, Virgil and Amy begin living in New York City, and the pair begin drifting apart as Virgil finds it hard to decipher the look on Amy's face at times. Amy finds herself constantly having to explain basic things to Virgil. While at a party, Virgil walks into a glass pane due to his poor perception. Well, on one of the regular visits with Webster, they engage in a deep conversation where Webster notes that instead of just seeing, Virgil should look. There are a lot of things that sight alone cannot solve. Virgil confesses that he and Amy are drifting apart, but insists that Amy is the most important thing in his life. Now that's all of this story I'm going to give to you. No more of this. If you want to know what happens after this, please watch the movie. If you've got what it takes to see it. Well, that is if you're not bothered by a little romantic drama feel. Anyway, upon the film's release, it got this big time. Rotten Tomatoes has it at a mere 32%, saying, when interesting premise, it's too long and conventional. Yeah, it could. Yeah, that's just one of my issues with the film. It could have just used a wee bit of trimming. The film is over 2 hours at a total of 128 minutes. However, it wasn't really bad, but some, well, kind of gave it a mixed response, and Cinema Score gave it a B plus. Unfortunately, this film bombed at the box office. It only made 22 million against its $60 million budget. But at first sight, in my opinion, is a guilty pleasure of mine. Now, I recently revisited this film. Now, even though I've got it on video cassette, which I bought from a rental store, I will tell you that I actually do love this movie for obvious reasons. Because Val Kilmer turned out to be pretty good after seeing him in some other films. But it was Mira Sorvino that caught my attention after seeing her in Romy and Michelle's high school reunion 2 years prior. So anyway, yeah. Now for our cast, we have Mira Sorvino playing Amy, and I must admit she is exceptionally very good in what have you. Val Kilmer played Virgil, and I'm going to say he was good too. Playing Ginny is Kelly McGillis. You may remember her from the original Top Gun. Playing Ying, the character of Dr. Charles Aaron is Bruce Davison. You've seen him in numerous films. I think I might have seen him in some prior. I do remember seeing him in on the sitcom version of Harry and the Hendersons back in the early 90s. And of course, he played Senator Kelly in X-Men the following year. Nathan Lane plays Phil Webster. I almost didn't know who that was, but I soon found out that's the guy who recently voiced Timon in The Lion King a few years before this, and later that same year, he would voice Snowbell in Stuart Little. We also have Steven Weber. You may know him from Wings, the TV's Wings. And he also had recently voiced Charlie in the All Dogs Go to Heaven animated series. He plays Duncan Allenbrook, one of the characters. And that's about it. I am going to say the cast is pretty good and what have you. Mark Isom scored for the film. Wow, incredible. And I will say he does a pretty good job on this and what have you. It'd be tough to figure out some of the stuff he did. Tell you what. Yeah, he did lots of stuff. Aha. Now we're getting somewhere. Now before this, he did the scores for numerous films. Some I've actually seen before, ranging from films like the original Point Break, Low Man Tate, Cool World. Let's see. And, well, there's lots of others he did. Oh, yeah, he recently did the score for Blade and Varsity Blues, which was released the same day. But unfortunately, I'm going to have a little bit of slight kind of a announcement for that film after I finish this review. Anyway, at first sight, I think was pretty good. It wasn't too bad and what have you. It does have a few issues like its runtime and what have you. But overall, I thought it wasn't too bad of a film. Would I recommend it? Well, I'd say maybe just to be on the safe side, give it a one-time watch. I think one of my favorite bits was after Amy brings Virgil to her apartment once he has his sight back for a bit, and well she wants to know if he can see her, and but he's like, can I see all of you? Well, she was kind of a little embarrassed, like, if you want to, I mean, oh, what if you don't like what you see? He's like, that's impossible. I'll close my eyes and like, no, this is your first time seeing it. I have to see everything. Wow, incredible. Don't worry, we didn't see much. Actually, to be honest, it was only partial. We really don't see much nudity in this, okay? But boy, it's like so this is what beautiful looks like. Yeah. My favorite part in that movie never fails. I know. I just really asked if you were paying attention, but I'm serious about the rest of it. So the cast isn't too bad. The story's good, is pretty good. So is the score and the characters. So again, give At First Sight a one-time watch. I think you'll really like it. It just depends and what have you. So, what did you think of At First Sight? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Now, about Varsity Blues, despite I had a slight issue with trying to get my categories video up to yesterday, which is now up, by the way, but since it took so long and I found I had to clear my cache, it's causing me a delay and what have you. So I'm going to postpone my Varsity Blues review, which was supposed to be today as well, until further notice. Details to follow. Okay? So I do apologize. So next time you will get the next episode, Do You Remember? And that, of course, will be on Lots of Luck. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, you may want to check out my reviews for these other two films featuring, the two main stars of this here film. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, which has Mira Sorvino. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review of the original Top Gun, which Val Kilmer and Kelly McGillis appear in with Tom Cruise. Or if you'd like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of the sequel to that film in Top Gun Maverick. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.